Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Following the interception, Winston. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. David Ojabo in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
By the time I'm manipulating the defense with their eyes and head movement, in this case, he just stared the receiver down, let alone for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Jackson now. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Backwards there, 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 43.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That is pulled in by Michael Thomas. 30, 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down. That's just a guy going.
Speed. And what does he do?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. Offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there. One away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Comfort was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Winston to throw for it on 4. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 2nd and 8. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 10. throw is Jackson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now. Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water. But rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They shined in pass defense last week, 4 interceptions. Boom, first play of the game, another one. A feeding frenzy is on for this defense now. And remember, it's not just, okay, let's go get an interception. That means they're playing their techniques right. It means they've scouted them very well. They understand where the patterns are downfield, and they know how to go to the point of attack and take the ball away. They are rolling. After the interception, here's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Now Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been able to shut down the other side. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone as the first half winds down. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result. Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now. Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry. Jameis now on first down. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him on the line again. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they head to the sideline. there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He's got room at the 30. Big strides. Look at him go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 60 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7.
Next to score, Ravens 10, Saints 7. Justin Tucker to kick out for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Kyle Hamilton picks it. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leads them to 3rd and 9 looming. Now we're going to put a timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. For the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, the Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Landry. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception in the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Hill now to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hill on first down. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
A gain of 25 more yards. That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To the air again. Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 more yards. Complete to Alvin Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 10-yard line.
On second and very short. Hill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
Quality gain of a couple, and that's going to lead them to the third and about 5. Not much on that one, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Knocked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 4.
14-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Ravens.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, on that one, they go to the play receiver, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And this play is successful. You've got to make sure that everyone is doing that. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 25 on second down, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. Watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First down, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he brought down just shy of the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To the air again with Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A nice little juke, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's Winston. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry from 8 yards out. And the Saints have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready. You also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Jackson. Able to find Melton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Jackson. Dobbins with it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Working with a 2nd and 4. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Cameron Jordan, truly the heart and soul of the Saints defense, had another memorable year in 2021. He crossed 100 sacks and made his 5th straight Pro Bowl.
Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned,